What's going on? Knucklehead GKM Gaming here with another LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed video for you. And today is the one you've all been waiting for. I know I've been waiting for it. What is going to decide if the collectibles and costumed heroes are going to be a viable faction or not? Right here, the LEGO House set. And let's check it out and see how they work. So the home of the brick, at the start of battle, collectible hero's skill is increased by 15%. So that's pretty cool. Like, more skill means more debuffs. It's not the best buff in the world. But they added that their health is increased by 15%. That is pretty good, right? 15% health kind of reminds me of some of those other city sets, but it's given it to collectibles. Really like that. Anytime you get a health buff from your set, your team's going to be a little meatier, your tanks are going to tank a little harder, and everything is just going to work better. Whenever a hero uses a build ability, they have a 100% chance to gain dodge up 1 for 2 turns. Now, I believe it was 1 turn before that, right? So that's a nice little buff. Collectible heroes gain dodge up 2 for 2 turns instead. So it looks like they just kind of buffed up the turns that was giving that to you. Yeah, it used to be dodge up 2 for a turn, 2 turns. Again, dodge up means you're getting hit less. We know how RNG based this game is. I do like that. And now the big add. Whenever a collectible hero uses a build ability, they have an 80% chance to heal for 15% of their max health. That I like a lot, right? So I want to go into the game right now and actually take a look at my roster. When we take a look at our collectible roster, let's see who has a build ability and who's going to be getting that 15% healing every time they use it. Right, so Highwayman, basic, no build. I believe it's just his ultimate. So when Highwayman uses his ultimate, he's now getting a 15% heal. You see how they have that little hammer next to it? That means it's going to be a build ability. Who else? We know Hot Dog Man gets it on his hot stuff. Right, so Hot Dog Man has a way to heal. Chicken Suit Guy only gets it on his ultimate, so he's going to be able to heal on his ultimate, which is really nice. Cactus Girl is not going to benefit from this healing at all. Kind of a bummer there. Demolition Dummy looks like he is not going to benefit from the healing at all, but he also has his own way of healing. Yeti is going to benefit from healing on his ultimate. So a lot of this is just adding a 15% heal to characters' ultimates, which is pretty cool. Clockwork, wow, this is not a build ability. I thought it was. Oh, so Clockwork is not going to get it. Hiker is not going to get it. Zombie, who cares? He's awful. Bam. So, Fitness Instructor is going to get a little bit of extra healing to herself. So when Fitness Instructor heals, instead of just 25%, you need a 40% heal on yourself with Fitness Instructor. Yuppie is going to get it on the ultimate as well. So it looks like just a lot of ultimates. Nothing for you, Spooky Girl. So it looks like the characters with ultimates are going to gain a heal on their ultimate. Hot Dog Man is going to have a nice little self-heal on his as well. It's a nice little bonus heal, but when you're thinking about it, it only works with a few characters' ultimates. And also, whenever they use their ability, there's only an 80% chance to heal for 15% of their max health. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of healing, and it doesn't seem like consistent healing. So the problem I have with this is it's not enough healing to make up for the costume team not really having a heal, right? We know Corncob Guy is supposed to be an attacker. Don't know why they couldn't just make him a healing support, because he's literally a cob of corn. Nothing heals you like corn, am I right, people? I know I got some knuckleheads out in Nebraska. This is just not enough healing. Maybe Corncob and Super Wrestler, I don't think Super Wrestler are going to have a build ability, but I know Corncob will have one with that, it looked like a little popcorn stand. So he'll be able to have a little healing, and it only heals that hero. So I wish it healed all heroes for 15%. That would have made it a little bit better and a little more viable, so that those few times where you do get to use a build ability, because they don't really come around too much, right? There's not too many of them. It would have been nice to have a little bit of that AoE heal from that. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what the other abilities do. Advanced Tactics. Whenever a hero damages a foe, they have a 55% chance to clear 1 buff from the target. Any buff cleared, the hero gains skill up 2 for 1 turn. So we're going to see why skill up is we know that there's some skill up synergies going on that we're going to talk about with the next ability. But they did up it to a 55% chance. That means more than half of the time you're going to clear a 1 buff from the target. I don't know. I mean, if generally when someone is like taunting, right? Because we like to clear taunt. Generally when someone is taunting, it's they have more than just taunt on them. So I don't know if it's how useful this is going to be, or how you can't really be strategic with something when it's a 55% chance. It's a nice added bonus, which could definitely sway the battle in certain directions, but I'm not super sold on this Advanced Tactics. I wish it wasn't really a buff on the set. I really wish the set was just completely revamped, like gutted and started over. But, you know, from the stuff they've added, there are some nice little things added here. The 15% health increase, that small chance for a little bit of heal. I did think the heal should have been a little higher with such a small, you know, chance of it happening. And then we have Leg Day. Now, this is probably the best ability that the set has to offer, and I'm going to tell you why. So whenever a hero gains skill up 1 or 2, their pep is increased by 20%, right? So if they clear a buff, they have a chance to also gain skill up 2, which gives them more skill, and they're going to get their pep increased by 20%. We talked about it with Yuppie. So like Yuppie brings someone back. I think he gives them what, like 30% pep. We can even just go back and check that right now, right? Increase 50% pep. So Yuppie brings someone back with this set. They're at 80% pep. That's what I'm talking about. Like, this is actually a solid ability where it makes a buff like skill up, which isn't that great. Well, okay, it's not that great, but it's also giving me 20% pep every time I gain it. So that is kind of great. And there's a 75% chance to refresh the hero's build ability cooldown by 1. Let's track back another minute or so ago. Those build abilities, aside from Hot Dog Man, are ultimates. So we're talking about getting our ultimates back quicker with Chicken Soup Man, with Yeti, right? Those big ults. If a hero is a collectible hero, he also gains damage block 1 for 2 turns. So on top of gaining 20% pep and having a 75% chance, which honestly should have been 100, to reduce the cooldown of ultimates and other build abilities, we're gaining damage block 1. So we're gaining a 25% damage reduction every time we get skill up. I think this set is going to be viable with the costume teams. It doesn't seem broken. It doesn't seem like OP. But I think a lot of the broken OP stuff we're going to see getting nerfed, right? It's going to start with Magisto's Tower. And I'm telling you, Trader Transport is probably going to get nerfed next, right? That set is pretty filthy. This set, it does some interesting stuff, right? Collectibles could be getting a lot of... They told us that costume was going to be about disabling. I don't get it, but it does look like collectibles are going to be about a lot of pep regeneration with that skill up and stuff. So I'm pretty excited to try this out. I wish that the costume figures had their own set in particular. Maybe that's something that could come down the line, something with a little more costume-focused synergy. But as far as collectible synergies, this works. It's definitely going to work with the costume team. Doesn't add enough healing for them, in my opinion, for the costume team to be viable. Like, when I think about Ninjago as I'm going to blitz you kind of team, well, Garmadon has an AoE that heals him like 150%. Wu has that AoE heal. Nia has a heal. You know, there's no healer in costume. So they kind of have to... They really should have made Corncob a healing type unit, because they really didn't need another attacker, especially that, you know, Hot Dog Man is going to be a fast attacker, Cactus Girl is going to be doing hella counters, and Chicken Soup Guy is just going to be hitting like Slimer. I don't know. We'll see if they added any healing with the other two figures. But that's that. That's pretty much all I got for you today, Knuckleheads. Please remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle up.
I'm so high, no lies, so blinded by my own mind, don't mind, 'cause I know I won't go on or die tonight, but I still don't know why.